Good evening and welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 51st. We're back in our little borders this week. Unfortunately, I can't touch Ross's knee or smell Graham's hair this week. Although, no. Anyway, welcome back. I'm Jamie and I'm once again joined by Graham.
Morning.
Sorry, MPV Graham. Billy Man Ian.
Hello.
Scottish Gruff Ross.
Hello.
Ladies' favourite Daniel.
Well, just as you called me, someone shouted hello.
At least there's no ringtone.
Gentlemen, how are we this week? Have you had a wonderful week after our excursion to London on Friday last week?
An interesting week, shall we say?
Oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I've got a brand new camera, thank you to Daniel, so I look very beautiful.
You always look beautiful, Ian.
Oh, thank you.
But now we can appreciate even more in slightly shinier. Upspuffed. We've upspuffed Ian.
Sorry, phrasing.
Well,
You heard.
He likes being upspuffed.
That's a real party.
You heard. Right. Let's get back to the business as usual. Obviously, last week was episode 50th, where we recorded in person, live and in the flesh with each other. We had a few slight technical hiccups. The audio went out fine, thanks to our man Ross. Thank you, Ross, for sorting it out. You're a hero. I love you. I mean, you're right. I mean, I like. Move on. Yeah, no, the audio is out. Thank you very much. Hopefully you've listened to it. There were some giveaways we gave in there, some codes and etc., which I think most of them have been redeemed, but we've got a few left over. So if you're listening right now, stick around for the show. You might find out some other cane codes or some other codes. And if you're in the chat as well, keep an eye on that because we'll drop a couple in there throughout the episode. The video version was lost to the ether until our man Million Man hit down here has sort of given his hand and he's managed to wangle something together. So that should be up hopefully later this week. So thank you, Ross. Thank you, Ian. Big love for sorting it all out. And we shall share the final edit with you at some point this week.
However,
go on.
We do need to do some housekeeping on episode 50. So, if you ever listen to episode 50 now, I would say it's a bit of a spoiler, but we all know that I'll pause for spoiler warning here. So don't listen for next maybe 2 minutes, I'll say. Jump forward. So as we all know, our beautiful man here, Jamie, did actually win. So congratulations, Jamie. I know we didn't give you much fanfare, so congratulations on being the new champion.
It was all a bit of a rush, wasn't it, at the end? Like, we got to get home.
However, we do know that Ross came second beautifully, and obviously we know Graham came third, and our beautiful man down the bottom there, Dan, unfortunately came last.
Yes!
But however, Graham, you actually might not be able to come third.
I know.
Because...
I think I might know what you're going to say as well.
Yes.
Oh.
You said a game that was from the last.
Yes, you said Assassin's Creed Origins. That wasn't part, which was already repeated last time for 2017 game. So if you can name a 2017 game now, I'll allow you to keep your third place. However, if you don't, I think you still get third place. You just get joint less points.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So there really is no reality.
Dan was getting all excited.
I know, there's not much. But to win your round and keep your beautiful, your streak of that round questions alive, can you name a 2017 game?
Well, I lost. I'll name it one. I was going to say FIFA 17 just to say you didn't say the same rules.
Yeah, you know you can't use that. Just try and name a game for 2017 and then we'll go.
2017.
On the spot.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can't give him a warning about it.
Time him out.
Give him about 10 seconds more. Say random game and then we'll go from there.
I can't even think that far back. Resident Evil Village? I don't know.
I don't think that, no.
Village?
That was close. I mean, that was this year, but it's close, Graham.
Oh, I didn't say that. One of the one
in the beforehand, didn't you, meant?
7.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, if you did say Resident Evil Biohazard, which was the one you were meant to say, that was 2017. But unfortunately, it wasn't. I mean, it doesn't really change the scores. You still get third place because I think you just get 6 points more rather than 10. But you still get.
Right.
But I just thought I'll air that out before we move on.
I was thinking about that on the way home, but I didn't want to mention it.
See, keeping everyone honest. Well done, everybody. Well
I
done, Graham, for
saw it when I
maintaining.
was editing the video. I was like, hang on a second here.
Well done, Graham, for maintaining third place. I'm proud of you.
Actually, maintaining. I went reduced to third.
Well, no, I meant in that surprise pop-up quiz.
Exactly.
I
Well,
almost
you
got
still,
it
get,
as
you
well.
still get a third, but you didn't get the full 10 points.
Yeah, so the video episode will be out later this week. Podcast version is already out now, so go and have a listen. It's about 2-ish hours long, if I remember rightly. And I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you lot, but I enjoyed myself, at least doing that part of the day anyway.
Yeah.
Drinking beforehand was quite fun as well.
Yeah, but the whole day was fun. It's just we'll get into EGX a bit later on, I think.
Yeah, ask Dan how he thought the day drinking went.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm.
we could see how we thought the day drinking was.
exactly. We've got a bit of picture of him falling asleep for a nap for
Did I have a
15
nap?
minutes.
Oh yeah, that was when you were
You both had a
laying
nap
next
on
to
the
me in
bed.
bed.
So did you,
Yeah, we
Ian.
both did. actually.
Ian, you had one as well.
I think we
We played
cuddled each other.
FIFA, for God's sake. I'm not gonna. That puts me to sleep straight away.
So let's get into some housekeeping for this episode, shall we? So we've got an Apple podcast for you. Thank you very much, Mystical Doom.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
they say it's the best place to hear about what you should be playing on Xbox right now. Great fun too. I have great fun, and I'm glad you do too.
Thank you,
Thank you
buddy.
very much. Thank you ever so much. And if you want to leave us with a comment or a review on Apple Podcasts, or hit us up on Twitter at Xbox Tavern, or on whatever podcast service you like, feel free. That would be lovely. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. We are partnered again with Insert Coin, who you can get 20% off with Xbox Tavern 20 at insertcoinclothing.com until December this year, which is a fucking fantastic deal, quite frankly, because they've got some fantastic clothes.
New Mass
including-
Effect collection coming out as well.
there is a new Mass Effect collection coming, and they got loads of stuff on now. But meaning to look, because last week, Ian, you said about the autumn sale, didn't you?
Mm.
I mean, I haven't actually checked it out yet, but I want to have a little look see on there, see what they got. Probably nothing in my size at this point because I like the big stuff.
But if
And-
anyone's in chat now, they can quickly find something.
Whoa, well, Daniel, he dropped it. He dropped it.
Drop the val, let us know.
As I said at the top, we got some codes left over from last week, which we did plan to give away when we aired the episode, but it
Say what
didn't
now?
quite work. So please keep an eye on the chat this episode if you're watching live, or keep an eye on Twitter because I'll put some tweets out as well, or we'll just read some out if you're listening on audio later on, and hopefully you'll be able to nab a copy of a game or a discount code for Insert Coin here and there. So
How are
Thank you
you?
so much.
20% off Xbox Tavern 20.
damn right, Xbox Down 20, and we're partnering with everybody, all the main players, Insert Coin and Manscape. So Ross, please.
This podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who are the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. So join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code XboxTavern20 at manscaped.com. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed and optimised trimmer that makes shaving time your favourite time in the bathroom. It's time to get your own ball hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code XboxTavern20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code XboxTavern20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Okay, so thank you very much, Manscaped, once again for partnering with us, and of course, Insert Coin for being a wonderful partner with us as well. Hit up their websites, use the codes, get yourself some discount, and why the fuck not? Enjoy yourself.
Rock the freebies.
Shave your bollocks and get a new t-shirt at the same time. Why not?
It's the good life.
Use
That
the
is
code
good.
and Dan will send you something intimate.
No, he won't. No, he will not.
No, it wasn't because he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, Dan will drop a code for it.
Can't
Sometime.
even send a code.
We'll get there. So again, xboxtavern.com is our site, Twitter at Xbox Tavern, and YouTube where you're watching this hopefully, or where you can find all of our various reviews and archive videos, which is youtube.com/Xbox Tavern official.
And you really need to make sure that you go to the website this week because there is a fucking unicorn occurrence on the website.
There
Ian
is.
and me have both completed reviews this week.
I mean, it's one of those rare, you sort of see the double, triple rainbows.
Yeah.
and
The eclipse. This
You just,
Yeah.
you just got to just
this is double rainbow, man.
soak it in when you can.
I think Halley's Comet must be due round because it's sort of worked its way. The stars are aligning. No, thank you very much, lads, and thank you everybody else, the rest of the team as well, for putting out so many reviews the last couple of weeks, especially. And we're knocking them out the park. So, and there's plenty more to come. Don't worry. So keep heading over there to see all your latest opinions and thoughts. Wonderful. But for now, should we talk about the news? There's been some
Yes.
news.
Just
It
do
has
it.
been
A fair
some
bit of
news.
news. So we'll start with, as you might have seen by the thumbnail, the GTA Remastered trilogy was confirmed last Friday, which was while we were at EGX, actually.
We did briefly try to talk about it in our drunken state.
Yeah, we did. But we, as we spoke before, we went to the pub for quite a long time before we started. So we'll get to that in a second. So it's coming out this year. They haven't given a specific date yet. And it's the GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas. And it's called a fucking awkward title, GTA. What's it called now? The Definitive Edition. No, GTA the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, which is a bit of a fucking ball ache to say. And everybody's
again.
getting excited because this is like one of them tongue twisters. Everybody's getting excited because they were saying it was using Unreal 4, and they were sort of. There was rumors it was given a lot of effort to remaster them because obviously they're quite old games at this point. Whereas now Tech Radar here they've got a hold of the specs, and I'm not a spec guy at all, but what they say is it's not very impressive. So it basically looks like all we're going to get is 4K textures and maybe a little bit of a lighting boost or something. We're not going to get GTA 5 level graphics in those original 3 games, for example. So it says here, if anyone was hoping for a full-on rebuild in the style of Final Fantasy VII or Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 remakes, you're going to be disappointed. The recommended specs are not all that powerful, so even though the game is rumored to be remastered in Unreal Engine 4, it doesn't look like the core gameplay mechanics or character models will have got much of a rework. So, I mean, that's a little bit disappointing, but obviously they haven't actually shown anything off yet. Has anybody got any thoughts on whether they're bothered about it not being a proper full-on remake? Whether are they happy to play them again just with a bit of a shinier look to them?
Mass Effect wasn't a full-blown upscale redo, full shits and giggles, and it was still fantastic.
This is it. I mean, the games are still going to be good regardless of how they look.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
just
I'm
be a
really
bit shiny.
I'm really looking forward to going back. Obviously, get like maybe play number 3 and Vice City again to see what it's all about. They were two of the better ones. San Andreas, I'm not too fussed about, but
Sounds
definitely 3.
San
was
Andreas
cool.
just for the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack of San Andreas.
Oh, 3 is so much better.
Do you think so? I would say San
Yeah.
Andreas, Vice City, then 3.
Oh no, 3 is brilliant. 3 Vice City, San Andreas. Other way around.
Me, varying opinions because all 3 are. I mean, I want to play San Andreas because I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I missed the boat on that one. So
San,
looking
San
forward to getting
Andreas
that one
is the
done.
only one I've never finished. I've got probably halfway through, and I just got bored for some reason.
But there was too much to do, wasn't there?
Mm.
There was, if you wanted
Went
to be
on
like a hench guy, you could go and hit
Yeah,
the
you
gym,
have to
gym
go
and
and work at the gym.
or you could be like this big, huge tubber guy, just keep going eating fast food. I quite
Like you.
enjoyed.
Life Simulator. like,
Totally. Yeah, I enjoyed San Andreas.
Yeah,
But then
it
it's-
seems to be the one that's got not the most love, but for the sheer scale of it, it's the biggest one, I think, isn't it? Even
Yeah.
bigger than
Yeah, oh
Five.
yeah, it's massive, yeah, compared to the other 2.
and it has Samuel Jackson in it, so that helps.
Hopefully I'm just looking for seeing what they actually do. Hopefully they give some at least a HD feel, or at least
Yeah.
they hope they improve the controls as well to make it a bit more fluid.
I had read something about, and I don't know if it had been before the tech breakdown of it. I had heard that they had given it GTA 5 controls.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I was
that's
just
good then.
I did read that somewhere.
I'm
I don't
sure I
think
had
it's in
seen that
this
somewhere when I
article.
clicked, was reading
yeah,
about it this week.
They'd updated the controls and the feel of it.
Yeah, so
even
it's
though
going
it
to be
doesn't
more
look like
GTA 5
Yeah.
controlling.
That's
which,
good.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I'm quite happy with that. If it feels like GTA 5, or at least even GTA 4, I thought was pretty good. Because the old ones, I think they're quite naff to try and, or not naff, but quite awkward to try and play
Especially-
now,
yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah. No, Vice City is quite like when you play, like, what the fuck, compared to like when you used to.
But
Not that it'll
Yeah,
affect Jay because he's like an inverted weirdo. So
inverted.
And it's not like it affect Dan, because Dan probably wouldn't have completed
Yeah, Dan will
the
have done
first
all.
mission.
You get to the menu and be like, I can't decide between the three. That's it. Turn it off.
Yeah.
What's it? It's
Which one
three
can I
lot-
complete first? I don't know.
It's 3 lots of 30+ hour games, isn't it? There's no way I'm going to be in that.
Yeah, well, they've also taken off the old, not remasters, like releases where they release it on the Xbox Live Arcade and stuff like that. They've delisted them now, so that this is the only one you're going to be able to buy going forwards, which has
That'd be
upset
cool.
a few people just for.
Yeah, especially when it's an fucking eye-watering £70.
Yeah, which is why you would expect a bit more of an upspuff, really, wouldn't you? For
That's
I mean, granted, you're getting three, as Dan said, 3 massive games for the price of one. But
Mass Effect wasn't that price.
yeah,
But then look at it though. You're catching a whole generation out, like 3 and San Andreas. Potentially, you're catching the kind of the tweens that never seen it, played it, or heard of it.
they weren't there, man.
But you
Well,
can't.
exactly.
But you can't get shark cards, and you can't go online and make yourself look like an idiot and buy really fast cars and ruin everybody's day. So
No,
would
no,
they-
but that's on.
why would they be
That's on the-
interested?
Well, true. But then yeah, people want to try it. I mean, I don't know.
Well, all of them, they might still have their God mode cheat on all of them as well. Still, that might still exist.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll keep that in because that's iconic.
Yeah,
I
it's
imagine
like
they'll disable achievements on that if they did.
old school GTA was all about having like just like spawning a tank in the middle of like anywhere you want.
Yeah, just rolling through fucking Liberty City, just smashing the shit out of every police car you could find. But
It's getting your A4 piece of paper, wasn't it? And trying to find it. Where is it? Where's that
Yeah.
code?
See, that's why
fucking
you're.
about 18 characters long as well.
That's your unculturedness, Daniel. See, if you go to the back page of the manual, there was actually lines for you to put all your cheats in the back.
Oh, no,
Note
my-
section. You
Yeah.
ever use the fucking note section?
Hey,
of a
My
manual?
Organised,
handwriting's
man.
terrible.
Yeah, who does?
Organised. That means that's why I knew where all my cheats were for all my games. They were in the back page of the manual.
Wow.
Boom.
Someone
Bless
wrote the fatalities down
That's
from Mortal
efficiency.
Kombat.
I don't think even that I ever put in the note section of my
I
manual.
I never did fatalities. Remember, like when you got to the bit with the boys like this, and you press start, look at the fatality, and go, "No, fuck, I'm just gonna uppercut." him."
Yeah.
There's nothing more demoralising than trying and then nothing happens. and
Yeah,
they
you just
You
stand
just
there.
get a little jab out and they go, "Oh,
Your guy's just blocking like an idiot, and then just
You take
Did you
that.
use Rambo?
You take that.
oh, taking it out.
You take that long to put it in, and then the guy just goes, "Done."
Just falls
Yeah,
straight
back.
back.
Nothing worse.
Yeah. So anyway, GTA, not Mortal Kombat.
Good.
Yeah, this year apparently they haven't given a date, which doesn't give them much time to actually get it
No,
out.
they're,
though.
I heard December.
they're squeaking this one in at the last minute.
Yeah, I heard like this, like second to last week of December was somewhere. I read a rumor somewhere.
They're gonna have to go some to get the hype up and get the release date out and stuff. But I'm still looking forward to trying it at least. Again, as we said before, at the very least, I want to go back to Vice City, and 3, maybe San Andreas, depending on how much of the up stuff makes it feel more enjoyable to play. Because I think that was my biggest issue with that game. And if the soundtracks are in place, because who knows, the licenses and that, they might not be able to get all the songs.
That's
Well,
true.
Oh,
will they
yeah,
not
true.
will they not have it all from just having it previously anyway?
No, you've got to renew your licenses, don't you? That's what Alan Wake and what was the other
I'm
game?
sure they will, because it's. I mean, everybody's going to want to get on the bandwagon.
I can't see why it'd be free,
Yeah.
free if you advertise
Yeah.
for the old songs from.
Yeah, I
back
mean,
then.
if anyone could pull it off as Rockstar, but it's still quite a legal hurdle to sort of mantle in it.
Mm.
There's quite a lot of songs they've got to be like, here's our license, have some money again, I want to sell it again. And Laszlo's the
Laszlo.
fucking man.
Fucking legend.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll see some news on the release date soon, and we'll get hands on it at some point before the end of the year, and we can check it out. And if you want to check it out, let us know. Hit us up, xboxtavern.com, blah, blah, blah. Slugs galore. Anyway, let's get into this sneaky extra story, shall we? That sort of appeared about 2 hours before we started this. I just spotted it as we were going live. Xbox Game Studios Publishing have put out a tweet saying, "We're excited to kick off something special tomorrow." And then in brackets, "Just give us one more day to prepare the chickens."
Fable.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
fatal. There's a subtweet, didn't they?
Yeah, in the subtweet they say we'd call it our Fable anniversary, but that name was already taken. So they're basically going to reveal something to do with Fable tomorrow, which looks exciting. So, Graham, I
Alright.
know you're a bit of a Fable fan. What would you like for them to show tomorrow?
just anything around what the new one's going to be. Just, I mean, yeah, it gradually, I would say, got worse, but it kind of the third or fourth, third one, I think it was, kind of went a bit nah after a while. It didn't nowhere had near the magic of like the first 1 and 2, but yeah, somewhere recapturing the beginning of the kind of series would be nice.
I didn't find the first one that good.
It didn't age well, but when it first came out, it sort of made you think about what was kind of possible with different opportunities and how sort of your reactions. It was like one of the first ones that did that kind of thing.
Second one was outstanding.
Yeah, and then
which one was the second one again?
Brother and sister.
What was the one you had where you had like a Scrooge McDuck kind of safe?
Wasn't that 3 where you had to balance the
3?
town
Yeah,
budget?
you had to get as much money as possible to get as much stuff sorted so that when the darkness came, you had enough to look after everybody.
Oh, yeah, something like that. It was
that's the only one I'd never. Again, much like the GTA one's the third one in the series, the only one I never really played.
And the only way I
Me, it's the other way around. I don't played one. I don't think.
The only other way I found possible to do that is you had to do like the co-op glitch. So you invited a player in, done something,
killed them off.
And got tons of money to fill up your vault. Otherwise, trying to get the amount of money you needed to save everybody for the final mission was fucking impossible.
I think it's the original Fable Anniversary on Game Pass, so
I keep going.
I'm buffing that.
I try and go back and play it, and it just doesn't jump out to me the same way the second one did.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't age very well. That was its issue.
It's quite a slow to start as well, isn't it? I don't know about later on. I haven't gone back to it for years, but the second one is definitely easier to get into, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'd say that.
Revolutionary at the time with the whole morality system.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It started a lot of whole things off.
Look at the whole Paragon Renegade system in Mass Effect.
Yeah, and I mean, Peter Molyneux obviously got nothing to do with this, but he was full of ideas when you plant a seed and it'll grow over 100 years into a full tree, and you'll raise families and have lineages and stuff. And obviously none of that ever come to pass. But perhaps now with technology we have these days, we could end up with something along those lines.
I think it was the quality of the cast that was in it as well. Like the names that were in that were just unreal.
Did have some decent voice actors at times. I think Stephen Fry was in there at one point.
John Cleese was in it. Zoe Wanamaker was in it.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
There was other big names as well.
First one had Treguard from the old Nightmare series as well.
Yeah.
Hero, your manner is low. What's that?
What's that? The best line.
Isn't they doing the Fable 4, aren't they? They did a Fable 4 though, aren't they?
Don't know what this was.
Ian, will you keep up, please? I know you've been working hard.
Someone has been paying attention to the last 5 minutes.
I'll just recap. Tomorrow they're revealing something about the new Fable. Ian.
Oh, sorry.
I'm asking what you'd like to see.
You know what? My mind went down to remastering the Fables again. I was like, what? They've done this already. So I was like, sorry. I have not much sleep.
Yeah, they're teasing tomorrow that there's going to be some sort of.
Ignore me. I'll pay attention now.
That was awesome.
That's brilliant.
They really should make another Fable.
I don't know why they've never
I know they're making another one. I just,
well, yeah. So we'll wait for tomorrow, and then maybe we can discuss it next week if they show off something worthwhile and not just a fucking logo or some, in-game character model of a chicken being kicked. Hopefully,
kicked again. Yeah.
We only seen a tiny. Like, it wasn't even really a trailer what they put out, was it? It was just sort of like a cinematic type.
Yeah, it was like a scene setting type thing.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah,
which was very Fable, but there was no in-game element to it at all.
Michael Fassbender, that's who I was trying to remember. Who was one of the other? That was Logan in number 3. I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to that tomorrow, and we'll find out some more about the new Fable, which is a bit early. I figured there'd be something about that at Game Awards, but we're a couple of months out from that yet. So maybe we'll get.
They probably want to do their own thing, don't they? Because the Game Awards seems to be very much PlayStation heavy.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. They have a bit of love here and there. And speaking of a bit of love here and there, I have a bit of love for a certain series, and it's the 25th anniversary of a certain series this year. Gentlemen,
Mass Effect?
I hope you're comfortable.
Silent
Do you
Hill?
want to have a little nap? Do you want to go and get sitting somewhere? Do you want to get a drink or something? No, it's the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil this year.
Cool.
Huzzah!
Next story.
Cool. Next
Mini
story.
fridge.
Mini fridge. Yeah, no, no, they're not doing any mini fridges, unfortunately, based on Resident Evil. Well, they should do, really. Very quickly, they got a website which is in Japanese, but you can obviously Google translate it as you go to it. And they've got a new reveal scheduled for the 21st and the 22nd. New games and new etc. etc. So far, they've shown off a Halloween gift campaign where you can win. It looks like a headset and a jumper and stuff. They're talking about Resident Evil 4 VR, which is coming out on the 21st.
Oh, fuck
And then
that.
again, they're going to that's only on Oculus Quest 2, which is a bit of a shame because I'd really like to play that, obviously. But I'm not spending 300 quid on Oculus 2 just to play Resident Evil 4 as much as I would like to.
I'm going to put it past you, though.
Don't get me wrong. I've been on the site a few times, but
We're going to come
over that.
Going to come on the show
button,
next week, and just like at the side of jail, there's just going to be like an Oculus bag just sitting there.
You'll be wearing the Oculus headset.
Yeah,
whilst
I
we do
don't
the
know what
podcast.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
If money grew on trees, eh? But yeah, so there's a couple more announcements. I'm in. There's more on the 25th as well, and the 29th. I'm expecting something to do with what was the delayed game name? It's supposed to come with Village. Resident Evil.
Not Revelations.
What the fuck?
the
was that
multiplayer
terrible
thing.
Multiplayer thing, yeah.
Can't tell you. Can't think of it.
It was-
Reverse. That was it.
Yeah,
I imagine that's going to get some sort of release date or some new beta or some shit, which isn't massively exciting. But I'd like to see them talk about Resident Evil Village DLC, or perhaps a full-on Resident Evil 4 remake for normal consoles and not VR. And then anything else, to be honest, I love a bit of Resident Evil. Anyone else got anything to say? No, cool, right. Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. So if you enjoy Resident Evil, go and check out their website and keep an eye on it. 21st, 22nd, 25th, and 29th, and we shall see what they say. All right, I've had one, so I'll pass the ball to you. See what I said there? Pass the ball to one of you guys. EA might change the name of their FIFA games over FIFA's desire to charge them $1 billion every 4 years for name rights.
Get me
Gentlemen,
out of this conversation.
take it away.
Fuck.
That is going to fuck EA up so much. If EA don't have the licenses to the players for the genuine games with the genuine team names with the genuine likenesses, FIFA is going to get fucked. Ultimate Team will be shit. They will make no money from it. It's 1 billion over 4 years for the amount of money they make in Ultimate Team is pocket change. They should have bit FIFA's hands off for that.
Yeah, is there? I'm sure I saw another tweet that said that FIFA were considering changing, obviously, the game FIFA's name to something else, kind of as per Pro Evo did as well.
Yeah.
Which was-
eFootball.
Yeah, which is interesting.
I was listening to Kind of Funny, the Games Day the other week, and they were saying that they saw something say EA, fuck's sake, EA Sports FC.
Yeah,
which
something like that.
Sounds like a
EAFC.
bit of a shitty name to me, but carry on. That's all my input I'm going to have.
What, like, see, looking at this, right? If you've got any business sense, 2K must be sitting there going,
Yeah, maybe. But they still got to deliver a game. Konami, just
Konami
went
have-
backwards.
Konami have shut the bed on eFootball, so they're done.
What about if Konami bought FIFA?
I don't think they would. I don't think they could.
I don't think they'll throw money
I
at
don't
it
think-
now. It's too
No.
late.
Yeah, of all the
EA
companies that could afford to do it, definitely not fucking Konami.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Yeah.
actually.
EA isn't going to pay the money, and then that leaves 2K just sitting there saying we could have NHL, NBA, the new 2K one that's meant to be coming out to do with some sort of football, NFL. It's not the NFL, it's just football in that respect, and then actually have proper football all under the 2K bracket.
But then they still got to deliver a game. I mean, EA obviously have a comfortable model that's working and people enjoy playing.
I mean, they
They've
play
got
the
to
fucking same
deliver.
model, don't they?
Well,
Every
yeah,
year.
it's the rinse and repeat.
Yeah, but I mean, it works. I mean, people still enjoy that kind of game. I mean, only a portion of it is because they got the actual names and club names, etc. Obviously, if you have that and then 2K bring it out with the real names, obviously that's some sort of enticement to go to them. But if the game's just as shit as like what Pro Evo is now, then it's not going to be exciting for long. They have to deliver a game that competes with exactly the same kind of what FIFA is now. And that gameplay has been kind of winning for the last couple of things. They have to knock them out of the park, really. It's going to have to be a game that's just as fun, if not more fun to play, which with football fans, it's not the easiest thing to get.
Yeah.
No. Did you see another tweet that said it was reported that FIFA or whoever's holding or the people who are holding the license don't want EA now to have that kind of stronghold on football?
Don't want a
So they were-
monopoly.
Yeah, so they were considering kind of like giving it out for letting other people try, which I think potentially for us as football fans or fans of the game is bad, because you could kill a football series or you could kill a company by doing that. If they knock out, as you say, a game that is absolute dog turd with all the names, are you going to buy it? Because it's what happened to FIFA, wasn't it? FIFA was naff. When was it? 90 something or other. And everyone jumped the boat, went to Pro Evo. And there was a good like 50-50 divide.
But then you look at it like this, right? Back when I was growing up, you had FIFA, Pro Evo, This Is Football.
Yep.
All of them were out at the same time. And I played every one of them because they all offered you something different.
But they all weren't £50 or £60 games.
No, they're true, but they all offered you something different and gave you different things that you wanted to play.
Yeah.
And if anything, Pro Evo proved that you didn't actually need the license. When those games were good, they were knocking out with Ryan Diggs and all kind of Paul Wintz and all the piss take names.
Manchester Red, Manchester Blue.
But they got close, I mean, with fake names, and they were sort of on top at that point. They had sort of a better gameplay. So it goes to show that gameplay counts for a lot. So if EA don't have the name but still have the same gameplay, they could still be sort of riding high with it.
I mean, Dan was in his 30s when the first FIFA came out in '94.
Late 30s.
I think it was 93, wasn't it? Just FIFA International Soccer at that point.
Yeah, I thought it was 94. Was it?
94 was the first one that they put numbers on there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to put a name or an age on this. Let's move on. So FIFA could lose the name.
Yeah,
It could.
but I could say it's not massively end of the world. But if it allows for another one to jump in, that competition's always good.
Well, yeah, competition breeds good games.
Indeed. And good games are what we will find. I'm stretching for a link in the fridge when we buy the fridge.
Wow, what a link there. Wow.
I mean, if you're
Segue
putting
and a
games
half.
in the fridge, there's an issue here.
You could have said about cooling down from that heated argument.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, there we
See?
go.
Fucking Sego King over there. Yeah, so Microsoft whatever, Xbox, Aaron Greenberg finally revealed there's gonna pre-orders are going up on the 19th of October. In the UK here we've got to go through Game, which is not really ideal, but it is what it is.
It's almost the best like mock present. You give it to a kid and they open it as a fridge instead of the console.
Oh, man.
Although he did put a video up on Twitter on his fucking TikTok.
Hey, it's a place to be.
Shavy's down with the kids.
On his Bebo.
Oh, wow.
On his face party.
Blast from the past.
He took his Series X out of the fridge because it will fit in it. So it's not as mini as the literal console, but it's still obviously pretty tiny. And yeah, it looks right. It's going up for, was it £90 in US?
I was shocked at the price of that.
currency.
99.
89.
89.99.
I was shocked at the price. I was like, ooh.
I was
But then it's quite small. I mean, if it was a bit bigger, it would be quite a heftier cost.
Can you fit 4 beers in it?
So, well, I suppose you can do 12 cans, someone said.
So I was going to say, if you
Didn't
can fit both, if you can fit
12
4
American
beers,
Red Bull cans.
Pepsi cans, yeah.
if you fit 4 beers in it, Dan's sorted for a weekend.
It's up for a month.
He's not going to
Big as his
fit a beer
head.
the size of a head, is he?
No.
Yeah.
So that's all I drink now, boys. Beers the
Big-
size of
Big
my
boy
head.
beers.
Half
He only
night,
needs one
half
of them,
overnight.
so he's fine.
Exactly. I seen the mess he was in.
Should have seen the mess
yeah.
I was in this weekend.
So
Jesus.
was there actually a release date, or did you just have the pre-order date? I didn't
No,
see that.
pre-order was the 19th before Christmas was what they said.
Okay. Yeah, so 90 quid, or I think it was $99.
$99, yeah.
And I think it was through Target or something in the US.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something
You'll
more
find
confident
it
than
out.
us.
Yeah. So if you want one, I think I might be picking one up.
I will
Oh,
be.
definitely.
I don't know if I think if I try and go online, if not, I've got to drive into Farnborough, but
Not into Farnborough. You don't want to go there. God, it's
Yeah, I
full
know.
of dodgy people wearing Wolfenstein t-shirts and hats.
Oh dear.
That's too much information, probably. Anyway,
Love it.
let's move on. So, oh fuck, I fucked it up. Hang on, wait. Here we go. One more quick story, and we'll get into the EGX train, shall we?
Whoop, whoop.
We can slide into our conversation there. So,
Ooh.
obviously, we just went last week, which was last Friday, and
Yep.
it was mildly underwhelming, but they've announced the dates for next year already. So, in EGX in Birmingham, it's going to be the 3rd to the 5th of March, and EGX in London is the 22nd to the 25th. This seems to have replaced Rezzed, which is a bit of a shame. I'm guessing because the Birmingham one is around the sort of time they would have done Rezzed. They don't mention Rez in this press release they've got. But considering what we had last week, maybe that's for the best.
Ooh.
At least for another year, perhaps.
It was
So-
underwhelming, wasn't it?
Yeah, so let's get into our discussion. I know we briefly talked about it last week, and again, the video will be up this week, and audio is already up. But we went to EGX in the Excel Center, and we walked in, and there was probably like a quarter of the stuff there that I would expect to see, which was a bit of a shame. Again, Ross, Dan, they mentioned they hadn't actually been to EGX before, and they enjoyed it because it was their first time. But it could have been so much bigger and more explosive, as they say.
I didn't think it was that bad.
But how many games did we play? How many games did we want to play that were there?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Could have gone home to play them. That's the issue.
That was the only one I wanted to play, which was good. I didn't want to play it, but I'm glad I played it. Was that Kiwi one? Apart from that, the calamari I had in the pub was better than the whole conference.
Now that you got your whole platter, to be fair.
No, that's so stop. I'm not even complain about that one. I can order each thing in the platter individually if I wanted to, but I can't.
I can't order the whole platter.
The Fox, damn you! Yeah, so
I enjoyed that pub.
it was a nice pub. And it's nice
Surprised
bit.
you remembered it.
What else did we do in that pub again?
Played tabletop football and got drunk.
What happened with
I-
tabletop football?
I nearly beat you, Ross. I nearly held up for England, but I failed at the last hurdle.
And mighty Scots won, came down to England, kicked your ass on your own turf.
Never mind, you played probably the shittest player in the
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Bear
I
in
bet
mind his
you,
first-
I bet Dan, and
God
I bet
knows how me
Kay.
and Jamie were the semi-finalists. Like
The
play each
only-
other. Whoever does that plays the winner.
Only person I didn't beat was Ian.
Guys,
We
he
didn't
had
play each
orange
other.
juice to start with.
It
He
was-
cheated.
That's
It was
true.
actually an orange juice and lemonade. Mister, I'm going to have a pint of water.
This old weak sauce Scotsman. Oh, yeah, no, I drink. I don't. Yeah, anyway, we're getting off topic.
juice.
We're getting off topic. So we're going to go back to EGX. We're planning on going to both, hopefully.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
budgets and time and all the other stuff allowing, and hopefully there'll be more games there.
I'm more touching of Dan.
And more.
Oh, yeah.
As we said, I think mainly the last when we go to Rezzed or when we're to EGX in the past, there's a load of 4-player games where we can get in and get stuck in and have a laugh.
Yeah.
But this time there was FIFA,
One.
which
Wasn't
Yeah.
4-player though. The only 4-player one was the first one, the Fall Guys.
and
And
Fall Guys,
Bomberman,
yeah,
which controls didn't work. But I
Oh,
won.
yeah.
So the only games we could play, we couldn't all play together. And the only other one, which again I said last week I wanted to play, was Deathloop, but the queue was so long.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth, even though there wasn't anything else to do. I'd rather have gone to the pub for
Yeah,
a couple of
but
hours.
wait
and
9
queue-
minutes in the queue to
queue
play a
the
game
same
we're going to
amount of
play
time,
anyway.
yeah.
We'll go to the pub. I'll go to the pub and play that
Pantry.
game a year later.
Yeah, but yeah, so hopefully Birmingham, then London. Did they say if it's in the XL again? Or was it
It's
just London?
Excel London and the NEC in Birmingham.
And of course, it's the NEC, yeah.
Could they not have had it like
Hotel.
further north? Could they not have had it in like Manchester?
We can't go any further north than Birmingham. There's,
Yeah.
there's,
that's too
we're
scary
not
to go
welcome up there.
Birmingham's down the
Us
road from me,
Southerners.
so I'm all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
exactly.
back to England.
Just do it, like, put it in Newcastle.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put it in
I'll do that.
Newcastle. That would tick everybody's boxes.
You mean that would take how many hours off your train journey?
3 at least. I
Might
could
just
drive
fly.
it.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go and see. But again, it was nice to meet you, Dan and Ross again. and yeah, it was fun being with everybody, and I had fun during the day. It's just EGX as a whole was a bit of a disappointment, unfortunately.
And we managed to get to the podcast studio without getting stabbed.
Yeah,
Because that place looked dodgy.
it was sketchy as fuck to look at, but it was a nice
It's
place.
really nice inside, yeah. But scary
The
as
lad
fuck.
that was running it was very friendly and very helpful. But yeah, it was in one of those parts of town where you think we shouldn't be here.
No.
But the taxi had banging tunes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
But before we get ourselves into too much trouble, should we move on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaming questions.
So we're heading into the opposite 30-day video game challenge. Obviously, we finished our 30-day challenge. We got some questions from Kanintra we will get to sort of mixed in amongst this, but we're sticking with this for now. But before I get to that, we had some codes that we gave away last week on the show, and we had plenty more that we had to give away in the chat or on Twitter while it was airing, as I said before. Unfortunately, technical difficulties paid to that, but we do not let you down. We do not disappoint, and we got one right for you now. So a game called Song of Iron. Daniel, you reviewed that. Is it good?
I did. I love this game. It is
What a
so
game.
good. Very
It's,
limbo inside esque. Yes, pretty cool, and got a weird kind of right hand turn near the end as well. So yes, I did complete this one.
So if you want to see not
No.
only a game Daniel completed, but what the hell the right hand turn is, you can redeem on your Xbox console in the store this code. Hang on, let me get my old man eyes out.
Do you want me to make
9.
it bigger?
No, I got it.
Please don't make a
9.
big
That's it. Let me get
Shut
my
up.
old man out. Well, that was a euphemism.
Get your old man out.
Shut up. 9. Oh, you fucking cunt. In case you missed that first bit, it's 9. Just press that in and see what happens. See what comes up.
Wait it.
9W-V7P 7HT GQ J6CWK KGP TD K37HZ. In case you missed that, I'll read it again because some cunt was hanging around, mucking around with it. 9B. Oh, fuck off. I done it wrong already. 9W-V7P 7HT GQ J6CWK KGP TD K37HZ.
Ooh.
So, redeem that. Get a code for Song of Iron. Daniel,
Done.
can you deal with that chat message, please?
Done.
And yes, play Song of Iron. Wonderful game. Thank you very much. So, on to the opposite 30-day video game challenge day challenge thing, which is your least liked character. Well, I think we know who we're going with first. Graham.
I just need to say Kenny. I don't even need to say the game. Ken from the Walking Dead Telltale series. Literally the worst programmed character I've ever come across.
You love Kenny, really.
There is nothing to love about that character. Just infuriating.
We've been over this obviously a few times, but what is it about Kenny in The Walking Dead that you don't
You can't
like so
kill
much?
him. You can't not have him in the game anymore.
But why do
His
you want to kill him? That's
personality
what I'm
is
asking.
just unbearable. He's insufferable from the moment he comes onto the fucking screen, and he just doesn't go. But yeah, there's nothing endearing about him, and you can't get rid of him. Even the annoying guy that I don't know what his name is now, that dies falling from the bell. Ben is more interesting than him.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. The guy that's completely an idiot is still more endearing than Kenny, and he just put me off the whole series.
That's a shame because the rest of the series is awesome, as we were talking about last week. I think on the train home, maybe I can't remember. If you really want to get your wish, you can in season 2. Is that right, Ian?
2, yes, 2.
But you don't have to if you don't want to, which I didn't, obviously, because Kenny's the man.
Yeah, 2 you can. Just 1 you can't.
Yes. So Kenny for Graham, I think that was pretty much a given. Is there any honourable mentions on your behalf, or should we move on to the next person?
What, any further ones?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I struggled to think of anything, so I'm trying to pad it out a little bit.
I thought you mentioned Kaiden as well.
Well, he's a kind of
Or Calf.
Calf.
Speaking of
Or
Kaiden,
Geff.
Oh,
You mean Geff?
I'm telling you, there's a
Squadmate,
character. There's a
right?
character in there called Geth. I
Definitely
mean,
a
he was in
character
the
called
like
Geth.
whole game. I know there was Legion, but like there was a guy called Geth as well.
There were so many of them called that as well. They
Yeah.
just kept giving them the same name.
Strange. Lazy right.
they're all twins. Ross, what's your picks there?
The dumb, stupid, biotic fucker from Mass Effect 1, of course.
Is his name Kaiden by any
Fucking
chance?
Kieran. Bastard.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that was your one. I just thought I knew that Jay hated it.
Oh, what a waste of writing.
Not a waste of
Honestly.
writing, a waste of fucking art
Space.
and animation. and
Everything,
space
everything
and
about it.
Waste of space, no pun intended.
Honestly,
We-
why anybody had him in their team? Like that should be natural selection just there. You got Kaiden in your team, cool. Oh, just
You just take the disc away from them and throw it into the
Yeah.
distance. Be like, you're not allowed to play this anymore.
no, not to play anything anymore. That's the sort of fucked up decisions you make in life. Then you can't be trusted to play video games.
Yeah, he was a bit of a cock, wasn't he? Really,
It was just worse than having a man down.
he was worse than a space racist.
Oh,
He was just a cunt.
At least the space races had a redemption arc.
She did, and other features. Anyway, Daniel,
Well, yeah.
Were they beautiful?
She knew how to handle herself.
I've gone with Duck from the Walking Dead game.
What's wrong with
oh,
Duck?
poor leave Duck
Poor
alone.
Duck,
What's
man.
Doug done? He's just a child.
Yeah, fucking rude, man.
Is that because he was getting too friendly with?
Oh,
Ooh,
that
I
came from
thought,
Jay.
I thought the same joke. And I was
That came from
Read
left
it
field.
for me.
Where is all this hate coming from?
Good
No,
Duck hatred.
he was just fucking stupid. Like you could see like a spinning saw blade, and he'd walk towards it. You're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's shiny, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it was. So yeah,
I don't know
I
if he had a learning difficulty. You're just out of order.
Yeah, that's rude, man.
yes, his difficulty of learning was life.
Well,
He did not like life.
It's
Yes,
not easy,
so-
man.
Fuck,
You're forgetting who the parent was.
exactly. Fuck Duck and fuck Kenny.
Oh, look, poor Catcher tried her best though.
Yeah, from what I can remember, it did. Yeah, just shoot him.
Poor Duck. So
Make life easier.
You basically
Would've been easier.
between the two of you want to kill off his entire family
More or
in
less.
their
Yeah,
bloodline. Yeah.
You extinguished the whole line.
It just took me ages to think of a character, and I'm sitting there going, "Who really don't I like?" And then Duck just sprung to mind. I was like, "Yeah, he was a fucking pain in the ass." But anyway,
Bless him. He died. Sorry, spoilers. Anyway, I'm going to go next to him because mine's real shit. The only one I could think of that come to mind real quick was Bean from Far Cry New Dawn, because that motherfucker did not shut up. He's like, I've got a mission for you. Okay. And you walk up to him and he just talks and talks and talks. Oh, you want to fill my Beanopedia out, and I want you to go and fill the forest of it. Then to get to shut the fuck up and give me the mission.
Preston
Jesus
Garvey.
Christ.
You could have said all of them from that.
Well, all of them,
That
yeah, but
spin-off.
Bean was the only one that stood out because of his fucking stupid face.
Or even the
I'm-
gran or
I'm-
whatever, Nan, whatever.
Yeah,
She was
I'm
quite.
sure there's
Yeah.
other characters over many years. I was trying to rack my brain to think of them, and other than, as you said, Kaiden or Calf, I did struggle. Excuse me, but yeah, Bean can fuck off and into the sun.
Into the sun.
You know, I wouldn't mind if he shut up, which is a good. Well, we'll get to 5.6 later. Ian, redeem
Yes.
us.
I
No,
mean,
oh Ian, no, I've just read it.
you know who mine will
Ian.
be. So my first one has to be the bitch called Abby from Last of Us 2. Fucking hate her. She's so annoying. Oh, well, first things first, we know what happened. Spoilers. She kills someone that means close to me.
Near and dear to us.
Yeah. That
Yes.
was a real heartbreaking.
That
moment,
was shocking.
Yeah, exactly. And then the end bit where she could have died. She's going to die. She was being crucified.
Said spoilers, just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Don't
Someone-
On
put-
an Xbox podcast, there's a PlayStation shit game. Do
Yeah,
it.
deal with it.
And then she gets just She survives at the end. Like, oh, she was so close to dying. Was so happy, and then she survives.
I bet you were mashing that button to strangle her, weren't you?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Come on, come
I
on.
must be able to do it here.
But there's someone who's worse than her, and that's clutching. And that's that stupid bitch face Kate or Kaif or whatever her name is from Gears
Kate.
5.
Kate, there's nothing wrong with Kate.
There's
Oh,
nothing wrong with Kate. Ian
fucking
don't
jeez.
like her. But...
She's so whiny, so moaning. Oh, I can't sleep. Oh, I heard her 10 minutes sleep. Well, close your eyes, you bitch.
She was
Ian
haunted
ever
by
the progressive.
traumatic visions.
Oh, so? Oh, well, don't do something you can't handle.
But again, she redeemed herself at the end, I think, didn't she, really?
Well, no, she tried to kill someone.
Try to kill
Yeah.
somebody.
Well, between JD and...
Hey,
what's
she
his
didn't
face?
try and kill them. She had a choice.
Well, she said
And
no.
she killed one of them.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
of them died.
So rude.
One of
man.
them died. It was her fault. She
If
killed a
wasn't
black
so
man.
tired, she could have
According
saved
to-
both of them, maybe.
No, it's,
She killed a black man, and that was Jamie's fault.
yeah. JD got JD got fucked up.
I can't believe Jamie made killed the black
Have you
man.
been in the comments?
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, was there a new one? Oh yeah, I saw that one earlier. Yeah, that was a bit.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
So yeah. So we got Bean, we got Kaiden, we got Kenny, Duck, and Abby/Kate.
It was fun
Yeah.
enough. The same voice actor.
I wonder
It's
why there's
surprise.
hatred.
It's almost like you've got a grudge against a certain real person, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's a lovely person, but when
What did she do to offend you, Ian?
Jamie told me that the first.
Just don't want to
time,
hear
I
her
was like,
voice
oh,
again.
Because I remember he bitched about Abby so much when he was playing it, and then we were playing Gears 5, and I was like, "Do I tell him? Should I tell him?
No.
I don't know if I should tell him." And I got to tell him.
Is
Yeah,
that when
like-
his opinion
Oh,
of
it
her
makes
changed?
And oh, it makes sense why I hate this person. I'm sure she's a lovely person in real life, but unfortunately, I hate two of your voice acting.
Oh. Should we get her on the show?
Oh yeah, totally.
Her and Brian McCaffrey. Yeah.
Get Ian to do a full interview with.
Just me and her and Ryan. I can't-
Just see Ian sitting like this.
Just,
Don't face the fucking.
I mean, that's suicidal thoughts then. Oh, shit, them two.
Right. Well, should we get on to happier news? Should we? Should we get on to
Yeah.
happier things and stuff? And
Yes.
let's go with this month's Project Game Pass, which is Back for Blood, which come out. When did it come out, Ross? Sorry.
2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
When did it hit Game Pass, boss? Just need to check, boss. When did it come to Game Pass?
Was
I
it
think his
Tuesday?
mic cut out. He said the 12th. I
Was
don't know
it
if you heard
Tuesday?
that,
I think it was
Definitely-
Tuesday. Was it
definitely
Tuesday?
wasn't before last Friday, was it? No.
Was it Friday? No. Oh, I thought it was. Apparently.
So we've all played it. We, myself, Daniel, Ross, and Ian played it Wednesday last week, and then myself, Graham, and Pete played it this Friday.
There's a point,
Obviously,
actually.
no,
There's a
Duck
point.
Project
Now,
Game Pass.
now that we're live on YouTube, I want to put this out there. So, Dan gave Hades as a game for 2021, which was wrong. Gave the wrong year, therefore he got the wrong answer, but got a chance to then replay his answer. I gave a wrong date and got told to go fuck myself.
I gave it
People
up to
in
the vote.
people in chat,
To be fair, you did, yes.
is that or is that not discrimination because you knew I was going to kick Jay's ass?
I think he was let off because technically Hades was released on Xbox this year. even
That
though it was
wasn't the
released-
question.
What was the question? Because I can't remember.
It was
It
just
was released-
it was just
name a
when
game
was
released
the
this
game
year.
released? Not game released on Xbox. A game released this
So
year.
technically, it's been released twice. Is that fair to say? So
Yeah.
technically, it was
It was a
released
done.
in
debatable one,
Quiz is
which
done,
is
I
why he
won.
got
Leave
another
it.
go.
and 2020.
I
So I
won.
would have got that.
Shut up.
I didn't want to
won.
let him off Scorpio, to be fair.
Yeah, Scorpio.
Scorpio.
To be fair,
Scorpion,
Dan got
isn't it?
quite a lot of chances and still fucking came last.
Well,
so-
that's the point. I
But
feel like
guys,
there was
that-
some sort of discrimination.
All right, episode.
It's not about coming first.
Next time, Ian, ruthless. Any fucked
Ruthless.
up answers, done. You're out.
Yeah. No moaning,
Fuck.
Graham.
Like Squid Game. Destroyed them.
That's it. You're eliminated. Clarity.
Yeah. So we've been playing Back for Blood. Sorry, we got a sidetrack tangent. Enjoying it so far, everybody?
Loved
Yeah.
it. Thought it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I actually surprisingly enjoyed it.
It was
Considering I hate
really
Left 4
good.
Dead.
I loved the card feature. I thought that was fantastic. That like just added so much to it.
Yeah, actually, when they first did it in the beta thing that came out, I thought, oh, this is gonna be quite a clunky mess. But then when you start playing and you get loads more cards, you see the different themes and varieties of the cards you can get. It's actually not too bad. It actually makes it a bit more fun because you can actually, for example, you can stab and get some health back. So
Yeah, I
if
quite
you
like
are
that.
running low on health, you can cut running into zombies and start trying to stab them to get some
Yeah.
health back.
I quite
Rather
like.
than
I quite
that.
like the. Yeah, like that. I quite like the customization with the weapons.
Oh yes.
So it wasn't
yeah.
just like in Left 4 Dead where you had shotgun, assault rifle, pistol, whatever
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
How you
More
could pick
choice.
up
And all you could
like
find was a red dot sight.
yeah, you could pick up like scopes or like rifle butts,
Muzzles. And,
muzzles,
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
magazines.
you're doing quite stealthy, weren't you? You've been like sniping the
I
back.
just quite like the sniping part, yeah. So that was quite nice to see that they had the ability to do that, and then the like the customization for your character, so you could put them in different outfits and stuff like that. Why is Grey died?
Just remind me when we played it where Jay stuck a mounted gun in the worst fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
possible.
whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, it was dreadful.
I solicited ideas for where to put it, and that was the location chosen.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got.
no,
It
it
wasn't my
wasn't.
problem. They all
I'm-
You
jumped
put
in
it
your
down.
head.
I was like, surely sure it's the right
You
place.
played a different one though, Ian. I played it with Pete.
Oh, it was a different one. Oh, what happened there?
We
He
were in
stuck
the,
it on top of
like
a
a train
car.
yard
As soon
type
as the
thing.
fucking horde went, about 50 zombies just poured on top of my head.
I tried to hide it in a corner so that it would be there to see the whole yard. And it wasn't just my idea. I said, "Is this a good place?" And they were like, "Yeah, that'll do." And then Graham jumped on it, and the zombies all spawned behind him, and just fell on top of it.
Similar to the one we did last time, where you
I
put it
was
in the
gonna
middle
say-
bit, and all the
Yeah, well,
zombies
no,
appear
that
behind.
middle
behind
bit that was
us,
a
yeah.
mistake because I thought you could pick it back up and move it, but
Yeah, you also told us it was automated, so I'm sitting standing beside it,
I
like
thought it was
facing the other
automated.
way.
it's
And I
not
was like,
going. It's not
This-
doing
this,
nothing.
This turret's not doing anything. Fuck!
it should be automated. But
It
wasn't,
should be
but
doing
yeah.
something. It's not doing it.
Oh, that was
The
funny.
lesson to take away from all this is don't let me fucking touch the
Don't let
the
you
turret.
pick the turret.
Don't give him the turret. And also the special zombies kept coming. Fucking hell. How many zombies do you want to be? All the special ones?
Yes, well, that was one of the news stories I skipped over. They've announced that they're skipping that, dialing that back a bit. Sorry, because they realised that in multiplayer, at least, there's so many special infected. It's like unfair because they're
Oh,
just
it was
constant,
ridiculous in the one with where you to the jukebox. So many kept spawning. I was like,
Yeah.
bloody
I
hell.
kind of just
And-
wanted to like keep putting the jukebox on though, because they were putting out some bangers in regards to the tunes.
Oh, the songs were great, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've,
yeah, we were attracting like 7 or 8 special at a time,
Special,
as well
yeah.
as fucking hundreds of zombies.
And it was the fact
This
that it
is
was
ridiculous.
like most of them were like the tall boys. So like once they were in the building, you're like, well, they can fucking hit me anywhere I'm sitting, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'm not so keen on at the moment, whereas in Left 4 Dead, the ammo was kind of just in the pile. It was like grab some ammo, whatever gun you had, you grabbed ammo.
Yeah.
In, for example, that cafe one we were fighting, the ammo is separated now, so you got shotgun, rifle,
Yeah.
pistol, etc., etc.
Mm.
And you only get a certain amount, and they're so close together, it's easy to grab the wrong one. So you end
Yeah.
up with
Thing
ammo you
is-
don't need or you don't want.
Especially
And I
when
think
you're
the
in a
thing
rush.
is, you can
Yeah.
drop ammo, so you can drop
You
ammo.
can
and
drop
give
it,
to
but if
people.
you're in the middle of a horde, you
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
not
hoovering everything
spanning
up,
around.
and you
Yeah.
it's like you just took all the ammo and you don't need half it. I've run out. Spare,
Yeah.
and
I think what they meant.
around.
I think what they feel is that you meant to obviously have different guns. So one person might have a shotgun, one might have a
Yeah.
assault rifle. So you obviously got that variety. So if you
It's-
have that
It's,
spare ammo,
it's
you're
just
dropping
too
to
easy
that
to
person.
grab the wrong ammo. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, because you're just bashing the bummer quickly to get
Yeah.
it for you.
There's
I think
an ammo
having,
box in there that's literally piled next to you. Grab. Oh shit! I don't need half of that. It's too late now. I've got it. Bye.
I was going to say, if you carry 2 guns, that's difficult as well. Having a melee weapon is definitely the way forward.
Do you think
I
so?
found. I think so.
Oh no, I don't.
No.
I
I
think,
think- well,
I think
you-
it's pistol. Pistol's quite overpowered.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had that.
yeah, but then you've
tac-
got 4 of you, remember? So you've got one person who can have the melee weapon and start kind of beating people back, whereas the other people with guns can just have that little step further back and pop off all the other. Yeah, just knock out all those other zombies.
Whatever floats your boat, Daniel.
Kiki.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely play more. I'm glad that we've all actually partaken in this one.
What are you talking about? I played Psychonauts.
Yeah, I played Psychonauts.
Yeah, you 2 fucking shitbags. No way. You know,
Hey,
it's
I've
good,
got an excuse. He doesn't.
so- we'll play some more hopefully this week, and maybe we'll even hopefully if we can get a few more people, give the 4v4 mode a go, where the
Yes,
infected versus
definitely.
the human, the cleaners, I should say.
Cleaners v the
Um,
what is it? The Ruined.
Are they called the Ruin?
I'm
Something like that.
sure they're
or
the Ruined.
Yeah, that sounds similar.
Something like that.
Sounds good
Um,
enough.
But if you like Left 4
Zombies.
Dead, You're in. Oh, I should have cracked my beer.
I was going to say, what's on your IP? Because it's
we
something
got
Ridden. The Ridden, that's what
Ridden
they're called.
IPA. There we go.
That's what the zombies are
Very
called.
nice beverages. Thank you very much, Warner Brothers UK, for sending a couple of beverages my way. Much appreciated. But we'll get on to that and we'll talk about that more next week. Let's talk about other games we've been playing. And let's go to who should we go to first?
Do yourself first, Jamie. How about that? How about you go first today?
Yeah. How
Up
about you do
to the
that?
plate.
Yeah, Jamie.
Whoa.
You go first.
Let's not fucking get aggressive. That's a good idea because I need to pee anyway. So
You just want to miss the FIFA chat. Who you kidding?
I mean, that's not. I'm not going to lie. I did see that as well. So
Oh, fuck! I should have gone first.
the first game we're playing, Far Cry 6. My review finally went up a couple of days ago. Obviously, it came out last Tuesday, I think it was. It's very good. If you like Far Cry, you'll like this because it basically is rinse and repeat from 3 and 4 and 5 and all the in between ones. The only thing with this, they seem to have learnt with 3 and 4, particularly as I remember them, they're quite slow to progress. So you had like skill trees and you had to wait ages to get any decent weapons. Whereas pretty much out the gate, you get a flamethrower, you get a machine gun, you get a machete, you get grenades, and there's no skill tree anymore. So it's all gear based. So as you run around the map, there's I think they're called FND chests, and they hold gloves or boots or jackets or whatever and they're what gives you the items. The upgrades. So the gloves will let you throw grenades further, or the boots will let you run faster, or I've got a pair of trousers on that lets my car heal itself when I'm driving it for some random reason. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but
the rest of them did though until you were talking about a mechanic pair of trousers.
Yeah, and there's the edition I got sent included a set of, I think it's Far Cry Blood Dragon skins. Excuse me. So one of them it's got like a little like Kano style eye, which gives you a better.
You mean Kane?
Yeah, Kane. Yeah.
Scorpio.
Better like scoping vision and stuff. And then it's got a glove that's got better weapon stability and stuff like that. Obviously, you still need to find them. You can buy certain items, but most of them you've found out in the world. But as with other Far Cry games and Assassin's Creed and all other Ubisoft games, there's so much to do. There's checkpoints to take out. There's the main missions, which are quite lengthy and quite spread out across the map, which is fucking huge. There's chests to find. There's treasure, what they call treasure quests to do. There's cockfighting. There's racing. There's so much to do, and it's all fun. It's all decent enough. I don't like the cockfighting so much.
I heard somebody taking that out. Was that?
Yeah,
I saw someone
were pissed off at them.
Yeah, one of our friends, Bloody Good Reviews, mentioned that it was missing from his game, but I played it after he'd put that out, and it was still in my game. But it's basically like a really simple Street Fighter clone, and it's not very fun to play. So they could take it out if they like. I don't really care. And
you're forgetting your immediate comrade as well.
My immediate,
the partner, the assistant you get straight away.
Well, Guapo, the little crocodile or alligator, I should say. So yeah, so
what's
this
the
time
dog?
out you
Is the dog
get amigos. Yep. So the dog is Chorizo. I've just got him.
Sorry.
And there's
I
one.
don't know. I knew it was some sort of food.
There's one that's in the pack again that I've got sent, which is the dog from Far Cry 5. Boom is it? I can't remember his name. Boomer, I think.
Boomer.
He was in Far Cry 5. And there's like a metallic dog and stuff. But yeah, there's so much to do. If you like Far Cry, basically, you'll love this because it's more of the same, just even more expansive and even more to the point. There's no faffing around unlocking stuff, or just even Far Cry 5 was a bit plodding at times, whereas I just want to get on with it. Here you can just mission, side quest, killing people, stealthing in. The stealth is very good in this game, I must say. Graham, you'll love it.
Hello.
But yeah, no, very good. Very much enjoyed it. I'm still playing through like the last section of it. But yeah, if you like Far Cry, you'll love Far Cry 6. And if you don't love Far Cry, you won't love Far Cry 6 because it's exactly the same as the rest of them. And then the only other one real quick, other than Back 4 Blood, was a game called Godstrike, which I've been playing for the last month. And fuck me, is it hard. Jesus Christ. Anybody like bullet hell games here?
No. Is that the one you talked about the other day where not a day, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah. Anyone like bullet hell? Anyone like roguelikes?
I like
roguelikes,
roguelikes. Well,
whichever way.
I'm getting to like roguelikes.
I'm liking
bullet
Hades,
hell.
but not. It's not usually my cup of tea. No.
Anyone like boss rush games?
What's a boss rush game?
So it's literally just a procession of bosses,
off
no
the
levels
boss.
in between.
I kind of do that in Borderlands,
It's a
but
boss
yeah, I get what you mean.
over and over again.
Hmm.
It's basically all three of them. It's fucking hard. Jesus Christ. So even the first boss, which is pun-tastically named Tutorial,
Oh,
he took me about 3 days to beat because he's so fucking hard.
Wow.
So it's like a top-down game, and you run it's twin stick shooter. So you move with the left, you aim with the right, and fire with the right, etc. And they fire attacks, they bullets, or they charge at you and stuff. And then each one's got 2 to 3 to 4 levels to beat. And the first one's hard, the second one's harder, and the third one or the fourth one might as well be fucking just take your controller out of your hand and be like, beat it now, fucker. It's so hard.
What are you waiting for?
But a lot of fun. The bullets fill the screen. There's extra enemies and stuff. But the currency, or your life, I should say, is time. So every level starts with, say, 5 minutes. And every time you get hit, you lose 15 seconds. Other than that, it counts down like a normal clock. So it's always going down. And every time you get hit, it just goes down that bit faster. It's possible to get hit 4 times in about a second. So you lose a minute like that if you're not paying attention.
Remind me, what was the enjoyable part of this game?
Well, I love bullet hell games. I love dodging in and out of bullets and firing back and figuring out the patterns and stuff, which this has in spades. But before you start, you can pick up to four support perks, which give you extra health or extra time, or increase your speed, or increase the rate they drop the special orbs, which let you use the special powers, and which you could also take up to 4 of them. But each one you takes off a certain amount of time off of your starting time. So if you've got 5 minutes to start and you take, excuse me, the one where it gives you the spread shot, you automatically lose 30 seconds before you even start.
How do you gain time?
You don't gain time.
Oh, that's handy.
So again, yeah, every power you takes time off, and then every time you start, it ticks down, second by second, and every time you get hit, it takes off a chunk of time as well. And there's some perks where it will only take 5 seconds off rather than 15 every time you get hit. But each boss, couple of levels, once your time counts down, you've got one more hit to survive. But fuck me, is it hard? it took me 3 or 4 days to beat the first boss, and I've had it for a month before it came out, and I only got to boss 6 out of, I think there's about 12.
Halfway there.
It's a lot of fun, but it's really, really
Look at the positives, man.
Really
time
tough.
after time.
If you die a few times in a row, you get access to an easy mode, which I had to rely on a couple of times. Even then, all that gives you is, I think, it mildly takes down the amount of damage you take when you get hit. So the bosses still have the same attack patterns. They still kick your ass. They still attack just as much.
But the time is
ever so slightly more forgiving. And even then, it took me a long time to fucking beat some of them because they're really hard. But it's really good fun. There's not much in the way of the story. I don't really care. It was a bit over dramatic at points, but yeah, no, the gameplay is really good. Really.
At the moment, it's currently just looking into it now. Actually, it's currently 20% off. So for 4 more days. So if people were interested in it,
yeah, bullet hell, boss rush. I say roguelite. It's not really a roguelite in terms of you have to start again. You only have to face the current boss you're on, but you have to face all 4 stages.
So it's only just bosses every time then?
Yeah. Excuse me. There's no levels in between, and there's no. Once you beat a boss, you don't have to go back and face them. You can move on to the next boss and just carry on from there.
Okay.
There's daily challenges which give you stipulations. So like you might need to do it with 20% less time, or less a slower firing speed or something.
I think the devs on that game just decided, how can we make this game piss the most people off?
Yeah,
that's the thing. When I first started playing it, I was like, this is impossible. I'm never going to do this. I've made a mistake here. But the more I played it, the more I loved it. And yeah, like I said, if you love bullet hell games, you're in for a fun time. And I think everybody should try it just for the hell of it, because I'd love to see how you get on.
Yeah.
Controller out the window.
Oh, it's good.
Bye-bye.
It's good fun. But yeah, I've been playing something else, but I can't talk about it yet. So let's get on to someone else. Let's go for Ian next, then, shall we? So we can leave the FIFA lads to chat FIFA.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So again, other than Back for Blood, which obviously clearly I'm enjoying a lot, I've been sinking more time into Hades. So again, I'm just doing more speed running, trying to get. They've got the heat level because obviously once you complete it the first time, you get a thing called heat level, and slowly more time you can add more and more difficulties and more layers to it. I mean, some of the first couple of ones of the heat levels, you can probably call them free heat levels because it's like you lose 2 minutes. You got to complete a level in like 9 minutes, and that's at the moment now I'm hitting like 6 minutes to complete each zone. So again, that's like free heat levels, but there's some ones where it gives like extra abilities for like the mini boss, or the main boss will have like a super powered armor or a different kind of ability that will cause a little more carnage for you. But then again, sometimes I'm trying to find out different god combos and stuff because they've got things called duo booms, which obviously gives you like a bit more of a special ability and more power up. So again, I'm just working towards kind of getting all that done. And even though I've retired, I'm going to try and 1000G this one. I'm enjoying it quite a lot.
How many times have you beat the actual 4 levels now? Then?
I've lost count now. I'm plus 20. And quite a few guys. I'm like on one of the weapons. I'm like heat 11. So I've done that's the fist. I think it's the fist. Yeah, it's a fist. So that means I've done that 11 times with the fist alone. I've actually started because I told you how much I hate the bow. I've started using a bit more to try and kind of get fun with it. And there's the second bow because you can reveal the bow once you complete it the first time. You can get like different abilities for different. The bow has different abilities, and there's one each time we do a special. We'll do like 5 homing arrows, and if you get there's obviously the hammer upgrades. If you go to that, it'll say the special will give you 4 arrows instead. So that means your homing missiles give you like 20 homing missiles. So just literally just destroying enemies quite quickly. So I'm enjoying that and just trying to unlock more abilities, more different weapons, just trying to progress the story and see what each of the gods have to say. It's actually quite a bit of a fun story. Some of them are a bit weird and quirky. I'm actually kind of enjoying that. So we main playing that, and the other one I could really kind of play this before it left Game Pass. I just kind of mopped up and played another roguelike actually called Scourgebringer. So
I've
that's
heard about this one, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, so it's a again another roguelite, but it's more 2D, so it's obviously side scrolling a bit more, and again it's all not that. It's all like, again, it's not really open world. It's more like, again, you can every time you play it's different. This so more than with Hades where it's you kind of got this set theme and obviously set bosses. Scourgebringer have like each zone will have like maybe 2 or 3 different bosses each time. A lot of times you still see the same boss, but I feel it's a lot more easier because there's a few like abilities you can have and a few modes you can have where you can't really take damage or you can't get hit and you can still go and progress through the levels. And there's ways you can obviously make the bullets shoot faster or slower. So obviously you go in the settings when you can have bullets going at 20% speed, we have bullets going like 200% speed. So obviously they're flying off the screen. You've got to keep dodging quickly. But if you lower it down to like 20-30%, you can easily dodge the bullets and hack and slash your enemy away. So that's good fun. Again, they've got obviously abilities as well, like different guns as well you can get. So you can lock like a rocket launcher or a shotgun. So obviously if you want to go for kind of more of a rage attack, because obviously one monster is kind of difficult to attack up front, you can use your gun to kind of get a bit more further away to kind of kill him.
It's a little bit like Dead Cells. Have you played that? Scourgebringer.
I actually haven't played Dead Cells, but I've heard good things about that.
Dead Cells really, really good.
Yeah,
Really
I've
worth
got
a
that
play.
installed on your recommendation then.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a play. It's an absolute ball ache, as they all are, those roguelite and likes.
Yeah.
And liked.
What's the other one?
yeah.
What's the other one called? I mentioned that was meant to be good, which is similar to Hades. That was it. Curse of the Dead Gods. Jake from Xbox Tavern, he recommended that.
Jake was quite a big fan of it.
Yeah, so that's almost similar to Hades style. So I'm going to look into that next because apparently that's meant to be really good as well. So I might give that a go. But again, it seems like a long slog, like Hades is. I was not sure if I ever want to kind of delve into that. But again, I'm enjoying my roguelites at the moment. So I might give it a go because it seems quite a lot of fun as well. So any other roguelike recommendations, by all means, please send them my way because I'm slowly warming to them. As before, I kind of really was off put by them. but slowly more I'm kind of looking into a bit of them.
More like Children of Mortar, then that's kind of a similar vein to it's kind of Hades. Sort of, it involves having to sort of replay things to sort of get more and more things as time goes on.
Oh, okay, I'll check that one out.
I've got one recommendation for you, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, Ian. So watch this space.
Send me a message quickly. But yeah, apart from that, I have not played many other games recently. Actually, been too much reviewing, editing, and watching Squid Games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
It's the life.
That's it. Video editing and Squid Games. So that's all things I've been doing. So yeah,
cool.
That is me. Now
Lovely.
let's go for a nap, Jamie. While these.
All right, yeah, I need to pee. So lads, get on with the FIFA. Who wants to go first?
I'll let Dan go first because he seems quiet.
I wasn't going to talk about FIFA this week. I only played 2 games. Graham, lead us into FIFA.
Well, I only mentioned it as a secondary. I have played it a bit, but yeah, it's good. And I still haven't actually fully squeaked out my trial or my secondary trial. I'm about 19 hours into my 20 hours of the trial.
Yeah, I don't know how you managed to blank a second trial. That was quite lucky of you.
I don't know. Here's hoping I'll get a third one because I've got less than an hour left. Yeah, I tried something on there doing that the ultimate teams with a friend.
Oh yeah, co-op.
Co-op ultimate team. So I had Kinich joining me to do some division rivals on there, and yeah, I think we played like 4 games, won 3 and drew 1.
Oh,
the one we drew, we should have won as well. We lost, conceded a goal quite late on to a really terrible goal. But yeah, that was actually. Pete. Yeah, no, Pete wasn't on his best. Usually he tucks away way more goals than what he had. But we worked actually well together. It's not unlike the pro clubs where you only control one person. The switching, it used to be quite annoying in the previous FIFAs when you could both switch between the characters. But this one, for some reason, it worked a bit, as in like you switch players. So your player might be controlling one, but when you pass it to someone else, it switched to them.
And you still it as an any.
No, but in pro clubs, one person can play as any. The other person,
yeah, one person plays as any pro clubs.
Yeah,
but in ultimate team things, you can both be anyone.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
Yeah. So it's basically co-op. Basically, you play a couch.
Yeah.
We play couch co-op and stuff like that.
But usually the way they've done it now feels way more better than what it used to, because like you're trying to run your player down the wing, and then if he passes to someone else, that person then flicks over to that person, so you kind of lose the thread of where you're running at times. But yeah, we gelled really well together on that one and sort of started smashing people out of the park.
Did you play any people who were just by themselves?
I don't know. It's no easy way to tell. I think we just said match us, or just there might have been a few solo ones, but yeah, the solo ones don't stand a chance when there's 2, because the runs are way more sort of clever with 2 people.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine so, yeah, because obviously, you go for it now, and then obviously you're running forward already before that's even done.
Yeah, fruit balls are way more sort of fruitful with that second manual player. But yeah, much more fun doing it that way.
Have you tried any of the season modes or anything, or mainly just playing that?
Just that for now, until I actually get it, because it was squeak into my time, my trial time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to add anything else FIFA wise.
I've done, what was I doing? I was doing pro clubs, so I've finding pro clubs a bit. I don't know how to describe it. I don't seem to be scoring as many goals on this year's pro clubs, but I do seem to be having a lot more assists.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just the way I'm playing, or if something's changed in regards to how I play as a striker, but noticing that like I've got double the amount of assists that I have goals this year. Quite like the new perks system. So like if you want to, I think like the one I've got just now is finesse shots and long distance shots have an increased chance of going in from outside the box. I think I had one that was like the passing, like if after a goal your passing goes up for 15 minutes.
If you assist a goal, then your passing gets improved. Yeah.
So I had that for a wee while as well. But no, it's just nice to see that 90% of the time I play FIFA, I'm playing pro clubs. So it's nice to see that they've tried to add new aspects to it and try to freshen up a wee bit. It's not wholesale changes, but it's just nice little tweaks, like how you can get this this like I can't remember what it's called. It's just basically when you get to the bottom of one of the trees for like your pace, defending, goalkeeping, you get like is it an archetype?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically you get like a big boost on certain stats throughout the thing. So the keystone essentially at the bottom of it doesn't just affect what the name is. So if it was like long shooting, so if you get down to the bottom of it and it's like hawk archetype, your shot power, your finishing, your long shots and something else all go up at the same time. So you get like numerous boosts that are like 6 or 7 points.
Quite nice.
Okay.
So it kind of like you have to sacrifice other places, but it means that if you keystone certain things, you get a lot more benefits
from
to it.
it, yeah.
So it's quite nice that they've tried to add it, and then obviously the whole thing about completely editing the stadium like they do in Ultimate Team, you've got that in pro clubs now, so you can have like your own banners, your own colour set up. You've got your own like goal noises and things like that. Got a bit of Kerncraft 400 on the go.
Yeah.
Any good celebrations?
It's pretty much a lot of them are the same as last year.
Yeah.
Is that
Um,
any new
Celebrations
ones
don't
in or
change,
anything?
do they?
Not really. No, there's not
No,
been
that's
any.
fine.
There's not been anybody in real life brought out their new celebration that everybody jumped on. So no, there's the Deli Alley one. I know that, like the one with the whole
Oh, that's that.
fucking thing
Oh,
like that.
Oh,
shit like
what
that.
about Haaland's little meditation pose as well?
I didn't
Isn't
see.
it
It might
Was
have
that
been,
in
but I didn't
last
see it.
year's?
I can't
I
remember.
thought that was in last year's as well.
Do you actually have a go-to celebration?
Yeah.
used to. Pete
salmon.
used to do the flop. Yeah, the salmon flop.
No. Lewandowski.
I used to the one where it's like a big like that.
The
It walks
bird.
like a weird.
Yeah.
I like the old man Etu one. If you unlock that one,
What about you, Jamie?
Yeah, that
what did you
figures.
like?
The salmon, I told you.
Oh,
Just
salmon.
flop
The
on the
flop.
ground.
Oh yeah.
Only because I tried to aim it so they hit the post or something. But not that I ever
I
scored
think
any
it's the
goals.
one I always remember doing was just the weird bird one where he walks like funny. Yeah, there we go.
good old FIFA. They definitely put in a lot more time into pro clubs. They left pro clubs, which felt like for years just as is. So it's nice that they're helping a mode that necessarily doesn't give them any money. Is a change, which is good. I haven't
Right.
played that much this week, so I can't really talk. I played one game earlier and beat someone, and they rage quit, which was
I thought you were referring to me. I was like, one game he wins. One
no,
game.
well, I need to play you again, don't I? To
You do.
regain
You need to sort
the
of see what's
tie.
happening with us.
Exactly, but yeah,
Likewise.
that's it. Well, yeah, we should set up a little tournament. We'll get a little tournament going or something.
Whoever wins between you guys plays me and Jamie. Cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm up for that. I'm up for
That'll
that.
be interesting. That'll be interesting.
Oh, but no, sorry, you didn't know the rules though. It's the first one to get the batch abandoned wins.
I
Don't-
feel
we
you
don't
two are
do
going to win
goals
that
around
one.
these parts.
No, they don't. They're not intuitive on when to slide and how to do it.
I know
Yeah, I
we need
tried.
to-
They
I
just
tried.
slide
we need to up our
randomly.
game a little bit. Yeah.
I vaguely remember the game we played when I was slightly intoxicated.
Just set it to the no rules mode and then just fire him.
Get in there.
Yes, we should have a look at it. I thought I stepped away for a moment. I assume
No, we just quickly just got FIFA. That was it.
Still talking about
I'll
FIFA.
briefly touch on the other one that I played, which is the review game that's come out, just because I wanted to mention it, just to try and say to avoid that one.
Go for
If
it.
you love Alchemic Cutie, I thought it'd be one of those sort of chilled kind of games, similar to like Stardew Valley or even like Monster Harvest, like I played previously. Just one of those kind of games that you can just get into a cycle and chill out and play games and do missions and stuff like that. Nothing happens in this game. It's so dull. And the quests it says there's so like 100 and something quests, but one quest is, can you deliver this package to someone? You just walk over to him and give it to him. And not even that far away. They could literally be like 2 seconds walk away. And that's just some of the quests. And you're supposed to raise jellies in it, but it doesn't tell you anything about how you're doing them or how to raise them. All you do is feed them and they shit. They shit everywhere. And you pick up the shit and you sell their shit. And
Lovely.
that might as well just be the
Beautiful.
game. It's just
Dan's
feed
like,
jelly
what
stuff
the
on.
fuck?
Dad's excited.
Dan's like,
Fucking awesome.
ooh, how did I
Can I
buy it?
deliver the shit? Can I deliver the shit?
Yeah, but yeah, it's just there's nothing sort of entertaining about the game. I was waiting for something to happen, and something more is supposed to happen. You're supposed it says compete with the jellies of other jellies in little competitions. There was no competitions. I played the game for like 4 to 6 hours. There's nothing, no competitions. And then it was like, the jellies, when they die of old age, they turn into relics, which unlock more of the island. I couldn't kill them. I tried to overfeed them, tried everything to kill them. They never died. I don't understand why. I captured loads of jellies at one point, and then when I woke up the next day, like 90% of them disappeared. Not sure why. Didn't explain anything. I was like, okay, this game it's giving me nothing. No information of what the hell is happening or how to progress anything. It's just, no, not even looking up online to give me tips or anything. It's just, no fun, no joy to have in it. I mean, Monster Harvest, as broken as it was, at least it had some sort of direction to it. This, is a distinct lack of direction. It's nothing. It's supposed to be like a chill and relaxing game, but if you want to run around, pick stuff up, and pick up shit, then this is the game for you.
Who doesn't love a good pick up shit simulator, eh?
Yeah, like pick up shit from jellies. Like you didn't know that jellies could take a shit, but that's the only interesting part. You never knew that animated jellies take shits. But yeah,
The more you know, eh?
exactly.
We've learned something wonderful today.
Yeah, so that's why I needed something like to dive back into Lost Judgment, which is a much, much, much better game. And I'm progressing through that. It's just every time I think I'm getting further, the game opens up and there's just tons of shit more to do. Just
you kind of like that because you think you've just gone down a little hole. Like, oh shit, I'll do all this now. Oh, bugger.
It's just because I've got so far in the story, I've like uncovered a load of twists, and then like you realize like there's a section in a school where you got to infiltrate all the different school clubs, and I'm only out of like 3 out of 8. So, well, there must be tons of shit more to go. So I'm nowhere near this.
Stop spending your time playing fucking Sonic the Fighters and the game.
So I mean, I'm not even deviating that much. The game is just that massive, but it's luckily it's a decent game.
Yeah, that's still one I want to get to at some point. I've had it installed since you got it, and I was like, not yet. Yeah, that's good. Cool.
But that's what I've been playing anyway.
Cool. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
Playing?
But hopefully soon I'll be playing a lot more games because I've joined the competition again.
Ian, you've retired. You said you.
I know. Blame Voss and.
Do we need to have an intervention or something?
Not this Voss. Blame other Voss.
So what is it? G-Task? Is it G-Task?
Yeah, I'm doing G-Task.
Is it Corey? Corey as well?
No, I'm not teams with Corey.
No.
I'm with
Ross H.
Yes. And good old Jake P.
Ross and Jake.
The cake is alive 5.0.
What are you doing to our man Ian? What are you doing?
I know. Let
drag
me
him back down his
peace.
dark path.
I know.
2 million, here we come.
Oh, God's sake. Please don't. I just want to play games normally. No, but we'll see how long it lasts.
How long does this competition go on for?
25 weeks.
Fuck it. When you said 25 days or hours? Weeks.
No, weeks. Yeah.
Whoa,
25 weeks. So hopefully now Darren's going to love me because like my games, like talk about one. I've got 6 games I played this week.
Yeah, that's not happening. Nope. No.
No way. I'll lower it to just 2 games this time.
Cool. Well, as we look forward to that, let's look forward to also playing a video game called Lake.
Yes.
We got another code.
Claim it. It's a fucking amazing game.
We got
Get more.
get more of your codes. Oh fucking! I can't speak. We've got yet more codes for Lake. We gave some away last week. We had a few more to go in the chat, but obviously it didn't quite work out. So we got one to read for you here, and as long as no one fucks around with it. Yes, right. There's one in the chat right now. If you're watching the YouTube video, hit it up.
Just about to say they're 2 different ones. So
redeem it. So, and I'm going to read you one so those audio listeners can get one. HHCYW G2Y69 39FVY 7K3GQ QJV3Z. Whoever's fucking adjusting that, fuck you.
You probably should say what it's for, Jay.
I did. It's Lake.
No, it's not. Is
No,
it?
it's not. It's not.
It's not.
Or is
Spoke
it?
Aloud.
Oh,
There's not a game called Spoke Aloud.
yeah, it's a copy of Lake.
It's
Copper
Copper
Lake.
Lake, which is a fucking fantastic video game. So you must play.
There's no
it,
game
please.
called Spoke Aloud.
You're not allowed to
in the-
mug me
in-
off, but that's not how you spell aloud.
Yeah, all right. Okay, chill out. Who put that in chat?
No, it's not, is it? But yeah, in the chat, there's a code for Lake, and I just read you one, which I'm not going to read again because I've been mugged off. So good luck. Free for all. Yes. Now let us know if you redeem it. And yeah, what a fantastic
If you enjoyed
game.
it.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, Gamius, and thank
Awesome
you very
game.
much, Lake the Game on Twitter for providing the codes to us. Because
And please let us know if
White
you've got
Dawn
it
Digital.
in chat.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated because I really love that game. So I'm glad we can share some more with our audience. So let us know. Redeem it. Have a wonderful time.
Play it. Enjoy it.
And speaking of playing things, we got things new to Game Pass. Ross, there's some new Game Pass games. What's this first one?
Well, he needs to turn his mic on first.
Good man.
That helps.
So having a wee look, since we didn't really cover them last week, I'll jump back and cover the ones that we've just had. So funnily enough, Back for Blood.
When
October
does it come?
October 12th,
You sure?
fairly sure. That was console, PC, and cloud. Destiny 2 Beyond Light to Game Pass for PC, October 12th. Ring of Pain, not Reign of Pain. Ring of Pain. That's what happens when I've had one too many beers.
that was Dad on Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. I feel sorry for that travel lodge. Ring of Pain, October 14th, console, PC, cloud. The Rift Breaker, October 14th, console and PC. The Good Life, October 15th for console. And then now on to the ones that are coming out. Upcoming, we've got Echo Generation, October 21st on console, PC, and cloud. Moonglow Bay, October 26th, console, PC, cloud. Age of Empires 4, can't wait for that. That's going to be fantastic on PC and cloud. And then Bassmaster Fishing 2022 on October 28th, console, PC, and cloud.
Any decent games there? I mean,
There's a game called The Good Life. I'm pretty sure it's not based on the old TV series.
no. This is
Oh, imagine that. That would
this
be-
is from the
no,
guy
that's
who
10 out of 10 game.
made. Let me get this right. Sweary. What's that fucking horror game for? Deadly Premonition. The guy who made that. and the sequel.
Yes.
This is his latest Kickstarter effort, which is coming. Well, it has come to Game Pass.
Or The Good Life.
Yeah, it looks weird. It looks wonderful, and hopefully we've got a review code for it. So hopefully we'll have it up in the next week or so. And then Moonglow Bay looks very good as well. As does Age of Empires 4 for Ross, if you're into that sort of thing.
That's Bassmaster Fishing for Ian.
Yep, you know Ian loves a bit of fishing. And speaking of Ian, what's leaving?
None.
Oh, cool, Graham.
Nothing's leaving. Literally, I've gone to the page. Nothing's leaving. So what's leaving? Oh, nothing. So yeah, actually, this month, unless they haven't updated it at the moment, nothing's leaving Game Pass. But if they do update it, we'll put a tweet out.
Graham, what games of gold have we got then?
We have Aero from October the 1st
that
to the
minty flavour?
31st. It is. Or it's an orange one, but yeah. We have Hover from October the 16th to November the 15th. And Resident Evil Code Veronica X from October the 16th to the 31st.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'll skip past that.
Yeah, I already bought that one ages ago. Let me start again. But yeah, Resident Evil Code Veronica, good. I don't know about the other two games. I'm sure they're wonderful. So that pretty much reaches the end of episode 51st, gentlemen. Anything else to bring up before we round it out with the plug and alls?
Nope. But we'll have the next quiz at Christmas.
Straight.
Da-da-da-dum.
A Quizmas quiz.
Cool.
As they say.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Oh,
It's gonna be Christmas jumpers and everything, hats,
Why not?
fanfare.
I saw a wonderful Christmas T-shirt earlier on, but we'll see.
It's gonna be learning about games that came out.
We're in
This year.
2021.
Some battered turkey.
Ooh.
Easy. Leave him out of this. Right. Thank you very much for listening. We've been Xbox Tavern. You've been watching this on youtube.com/Xbox Tavern official or listening on podcast services around the world via Xbox Tavern's YouTube podcast service. Thank you very much for listening. You can find our written stuff at xboxtavern.com. You can find our social stuff at Xbox Tavern on Twitter, which I'm fairly sure I already said, but I'll say it again. You can follow me at Enexan, and you can follow Daniel.
At Chocolate80.
Ross.
Chaotic 8389.
Ian.
At UA.
And Graham.
At Green Reaper.
And before you disappear, I've got one more code for you.
What's it for? What can it do for you?
Our good friends at Insert Coin. We love them. Thank you very much for providing us with these codes, Insert Coin. You're wonderful.
We love you.
We love your coat. We love your clothes. Obviously, they sponsor the podcast. And we've got one more code for £10 off your order, which is, JZ34MEQR. Oh, did I say G? Oh, fucking hell.
Jay-Z. There we go. It's bigger for you
Jay-Z.
now.
We could get Jay-Z, get some rapping going on. GZ34MEQR. Hit that up for £10 off on your order. There's plenty of great stuff on there. So thank you very much, Insert Coin.
We love you.
Our favourite. Thank you very much, everybody.
Before we go,
Oh.
I've just seen
Ross.
go way back to the start. Sorry, I've just seen an interesting point. Not so much that it's going to affect Jay and Ian, but it's a conversation to do with the first part.
Oh, hang on. What was it? The bit where Ian forgot what we were talking about and said, "Are they
Fable,
making a new
yes.
Fable
Oh,
game?"
yeah. Do we know we're talking about a new Fable game? Yeah, it's maybe coming out of Fable 4. No, somebody's just put up. It was just a really quick point about FIFA losing their license, and it was from older generation, which all of us fall into, so it's fine. It said, will it necessarily be a bad thing? People will remember Championship Manager and International Superstar Soccer. It didn't affect their brands too much, did it?
Championship Manager.
So
Championship Manager's dead though.
but
Championship Manager died.
So will FIFA, and it'll be whatever this new rebranding will be. That's what they're saying.
Everything always gets rebranded. It's not the end of the world.
Sports Interactive had Championship Manager, and they evolved to Football Manager. International Superstar Soccer, maybe not the best examples because Pro Ev died a painful death eventually, but it's just saying that maybe the rebranding won't affect them as much as we might think it might.
No, like I said, it may not.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just call it EA Sports. Five-a-side kick off. Ball, football, nice. Thanks.
Kick off goal.
Card.
Next
Score.
goal wins.
What was the Rocket League one called again?
Ugh.
Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Battle cards. They can do that. can't they?
Sorry, in English?
They can do the EA Sports Super Football Team Goal Ultimate Win. Pay us lots of money
Pro.
for your cards.
Pro 22.
22, yeah.
There we go. You got
Cool.
it.
Jesus Christ.
And on that wonderful way to round out the show, thank you ever so much for listening. We've been Xbox Tavern, and we'll see you next week at 8 p.m. ish.
We love you.
See you
Yeah, later,
later.
folks.
Bye.
It's a dubstep. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Thank you.